My name is Lapara-Hebert, and this is my recording for the Louisiana Accent Tag assignment. I will start with the words. The first word is garage, which jokingly I would say garage, like my family and I would joke about that for some reason, but normally if I'm saying it, I would say garage. Herb, schedule, figure, jaguar, lieutenant, water, advertisement, vase, route or route, depending on how I'm using it in a sentence, which would be, if you want to go that route, you say route, but if you're actually naming it, like Route 66, I would say route. Valet, tomato, leisure, address, 8. I would normally call this a boy, but recently I've been told it's actually pronounced buoy, but I would say boy. Aluminum, ant, wash, oil, theater, iron, salmon, caramel, fire, shore, data, ruin, crayon, toilet, New Orleans, pecan, both, again, probably, spitting image, Alabama, lawyer, coupon, mayonnaise, but I normally say mayo because there's a lot of different ways to say it, and usually someone will tell you, no, it's mayonnaise, and I call it mayonnaise. Syrup, pajamas, or PJs. I just say it any of those ways. Caught, naturally, roof, and envelope. And now for the questions. How do you address your grandparents? Normally, I would say mama or papa, because where I'm from, that's what most people say. But I was raised by my grandmother and her second husband, who's technically my step-grandfather, but he raised me like my dad. So I call my grandmother who raised me Gaga, because since we were little, we said it was a mix between grandma and mama, so we call her Gaga. And we call my grandfather who raised me Papa. And my two biological grandfathers, we would call Papa, but if we were referring to them to another person, we'd call them Papa and then their last name, so Papa Lapara or Papa Hebert. My mom's mom, my grandmother, we called Grandma Sharon. My great-grandmother, who I was close to, we called Mama. Everyone called her Mama. And my other great-grandmothers, who I only knew when I was very little, we called them Granny Scott because her last name was Scott, and Granny Josie because her first name was Josephine. And my other great-grandfather we called Old Papa Hebert because he had the same name as two of my other grandfathers. Their names are all Albert, so we called him Old Papa Hebert. And another great-grandfather we called Papa Roger, and then his wife we called Gigi. What is a bubbly carbonated drink? That would be a soft drink or a cold drink. What do you call it when you throw toilet paper on a house? Where I'm from, we used to call it rolling, like you're gonna go roll someone's house, but whenever my family and I moved to Mississippi, we were in a very rural area, and then even moving here to rural Louisiana, everyone called it TPing, because, I mean, it makes sense, it's toilet paper, so I call it TPing now. Name 5 kind of local fish. Alligator gar, catfish, largemouth bass, a bluegill, and I think the state fish is a crappie. I don't know if I'm really saying it right. What is the bug that when you touch it, it curls into a ball? That is a doodle bug. I've heard it called a roly-poly, but I would call that a doodle bug. The shoes that you wear to work out or participate in athletics, that is tennis shoes, which aggravates a lot of people because, especially if they're not playing tennis, like I don't call it by the name, like, I don't know, their normal name or the brand, I would just call it tennis shoes. The small moving body of water is, I mean, I guess a river. If you're talking about smaller than a river, maybe a creek, or really, really small, I guess could be like a stream or something. What might you say to greet a group of friends? I guess just hi or hey. What is a spider-like creature with long legs? That is a daddy long legs. the wheeled device at the supermarket for your groceries is a buggy or a cart. I guess, well, in New Orleans we used to call it a basket, but I hear a lot of people say cart, but I think in the South generally we say buggy. What is it called when it's raining while the sun is shining? That is the devil beating his wife. And the thing you use to change the TV channel would be the remote control.